Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
Welcome to the Nightcap. I'm Carolina Sanchez, and tonight we're talking about faith and love. We've got a pastor who's actually single and ready to mingle, but also, how does your family feel about your religion and who you should be dating? We're going to dive into it. So joining me to talk about faith and love is Pastor Akeem Walker, Dr. Akeem Walker, and my friend Ahmed Sharma. You are in a Muslim relationship, and obviously there's a lot of things that go around with that and all the strict things that we think about, but it has a lot to do with our family and how they perceive our relationship should be, right? How did faith come into play with your current relationship?
So I actually wasn't even that religious whenever I started dating my now wife, and it's weird because she likes to say we're arranged. But
were you arranged? Like, what happened?
So, true story. I was, typical 20-year-old doing my thing, and Mom said, you know what'll fix you? Get married.
What'll fix you?
Yeah. And I mean, I was like, is she cute? And I met her. She was very cute, super sweet. Had no business talking to me because she had her career. I was a college dropout, didn't really have anything going for me, but I liked her and I wanted her to want to like me, so I was just real with her. Does everybody know that? You gotta just be real, that's how you find?
Yeah. People
Don't play games.
They like to make up who they are.
No, but here we are 7 years later. She converted and she kind of brought me closer to the religion.
Wait, did she convert for you?
No, she converted when she was in university.
Oh, wow.
Like, I think maybe 5 years before we got together. So it was just one of those things where Islam just made sense to her. And then the more she would talk to me about it, the more I started to kind of understand. And I've been practicing ever since with her.
Wow. That's powerful. That's love affecting faith.
That is
right
love affecting
there.
faith,
That's
yeah.
making
Amazing.
it stronger. All right, Dr. Akeem, you're a pastor who's single.
Don't remind me.
Do you feel like you have to put on a different persona?
Yes and no, right? So I bring all of who I am to what God has called me to do.
Yes.
There are people who feel like there's no way a pastor should be single. But then there are other people who are like, I want to make sure that my pastor is happy whether they're single or married, right?
Right.
And I want to make sure that he's real.
Because you're a human being.
Right. But people don't want to really accept that.
Are you finding that women throw themselves at you just because you're the pastor?
What do you mean?
You're trying to act holier than thou.
No, so I will say this, while it's not arranged, but there are many grandmothers and aunties and mothers who always say, hey, Pastor, here's a picture of my daughter, here's my niece's Instagram or Facebook. She'll be home this weekend for homecoming, all those kind of things we do.
Right. How is that like, though? What's it like to have somebody tell y'all, I have somebody for you? Is that exciting? Is it annoying? Obviously it worked out phenomenal for you.
Yeah,
it
worked.
You're married now.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I was 21
Oh, wow. That's
whenever we met.
Okay.
And what inspired me was my own cousin who had just gotten into an arranged marriage, and he was like, what are you afraid of? And then we met up and I realized she was about no games. She was like, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years? Are you in school? And it's like,
If you're like, I don't know what I'm doing in
like
5 years and I just dropped out.
right. I eventually realized I want her to want to like me. And I was like, give me 2 years. I'll, finish my bachelor's. Give me another 2 years, and we'll have the world. And we don't have the world, but
you're on your way. You're on the
You got
roadmap.
time to figure it out.
yeah.
It's weird, so it's flattering and it's weird at the same time. I don't fall into it because I know you're only introducing them to pastor. You don't know me outside of the benediction, right? So every woman that grows up in church want their daughter or niece to date the pastor.
Right.
Until you find out who I am outside of the church. So let's just say you hook me up with your cousin, and it's okay that me and your cousin go to happy hour and drink, right? She's telling you, oh, me and Pastor King, we hang out, he's cool. The moment we break up, now the pastor becomes a drunk. It's fine when it works, but when it doesn't work, now I can't believe, what kind of pastor hangs out to 1 o'clock in the morning? So it's the other part that we always have to be.
How do you deal with that as a pastor?
I normally don't date girls in the church.
Oh. But same faith, just not your choice.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that just doesn't end well.
But that's why marriage, in my opinion, like the whole idea of arranged marriage is a good idea in theory, in the sense that like when you're married, it doesn't matter. You can't just break up over petty things. It's like, well, you guys are married, you work it out.
Yeah.
You know, go to marriage counseling. Have you talked to the religious leader? The idea of marriage is supposed to be a long-term commitment.
Right.
I don't know, and my mom and I are pretty close. I love my mom. My mom knows me as her son. I don't know that I would trust my mom to pick my wife.
Why?
My mom doesn't know me in relationship. She knows me as her son, so she knows what I tell her.
Oh, so you have a persona for your mom.
No, I don't think I have a persona. I just think I spend a lot of time with my mom, but I don't know that she knows what makes me.
No, I get that. I didn't have any of that conversation with my mom. To my surprise, woman she picked ended up being really, really cool. I'm fortunate that we've been together for 7 years.
That's amazing.
And if at some point the magic wears off and she's like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this. Like, all right, well, I can change.
Would you have chosen your wife on your own?
No.
Like if you met her?
Right.
Like
without the arrangement.
Without the arrangement, would she still have been your choice?
No, because I was too immature. At the time, I didn't know
She's
she
the
was.
one that made him mature.
Right.
Right? She's the one who brought him into the faith.
You're
Love is what
liking that
changed
stuff.
Yeah.
whole thing. That's crazy to me.
And what's
Like for me, like arranged marriages, for me, I'm all about the love, the soulmate, and that, you know. And arrangements don't seem to fit that in my brain. But hearing this story and seeing how it changed you, I'm just like, oh.
I might
shouldn't
need to
be
call my
knocking.
mom and be like, hey, you got anybody on your mind?
I'm like,
Like,
who you got, mama?
But here's the thing. Why would we trust a computer algorithm with online dating when we wouldn't trust the people that raised us? When you say it out loud.
So let me say this. My mom knows what kind of woman I'm attracted to. So would I trust her to say, hey, I saw or I met this young lady, had a conversation? Yes, but not for her to make the choice. Like bring me a starting lineup, mom, maybe, and I could, like not
makes
a,
sense.
yeah, you can't bring me a choice. Like I don't know that I would do that.
I mean, in the end, if you've got a list of, I mean, I don't mean to make it like a Rolodex.
I know, really, a starting lineup. But hey,
no,
what kind of people are we talking about?
Send them all back.
Tennis or a football team?
No,
Because,
tennis. We can go with the tennis numbers, not the football team.
No, in the end, it's like, this is the person I vibe with, and you keep on, you just talk. You keep talking, and then eventually, if it works out, it works out.
I like it.
All right, well, we're about to go to the bar for a delicious Oh Heavens, thanks to our girl, Alexis Francisco. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar now with my girl, Alexis Francisco, because we're gonna back that glass up. All right, you've got an Oh Heavens for me, keeping the faith and love theme going, and it's beautiful.
Isn't it so pretty and angelic?
Yes. So these are mocktails that you've made for our guests.
Yes.
I will actually have a non-virgin.
All right.
Virgin.
Non-virgin version.
Non-virgin version. A slutty one. Excuse me, Pastor.
Sorry.
All right, so what's in this?
So we have an ounce of rum, an ounce of vodka, blue curacao, peach schnapps, and then we top it off with some sparkling lime water and pineapple juice.
Okay, so for the mocktail, what'd you use?
For the mocktail, I use the pineapple juice, sparkling water, and blue Gatorade. If you want to make it a little bit sweeter, you can use like a blue Hawaiian for the aesthetic. It tastes really good, and you'll like it.
It looks beautiful. Are you religious?
I am, to a certain degree. I'm not practicing like I normally would.
So you're still culturally.
Yeah, the
Catholic.
pandemic pulled me back a little bit.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. Just keeping me out of the church and not being able to go in person was challenging. But I was raised Catholic, did all the communions,
All
the
the
baptisms, all that good stuff.
All of it. So does that play a huge role in your dating life?
In my dating life, it does to a certain extent. Because I have dated people that are non-religious completely, and it makes a world of a difference. Just because the way you view things, there's a lot of challenges that come with that, and you have to be extremely accepting and open-minded to be okay in a situation like that. And I don't think I'm there.
You're like, I'm not that.
I don't think
you gotta have some sort of faith, okay?
But I do definitely want someone who is Christian and just believes in God, God-fearing for sure, because it plays into how you go about life,
Yeah. and the decisions you make as a family.
100%.
And then obviously how your family acts around them, because we know families got opinions.
A lot of them, especially the Latin too.
Oh yeah, Latinos.
Latinos.
Don't play. All right, so then you top it off with little sparkles.
A little sparkle.
That's gorgeous. Oh, and you got a little straw.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little umbrella.
Oh man, y'all have seen me in an umbrella before. It did not turn out so well. I'm sure Javi's gonna show you. Yep, there's the replay. I caught it though, I caught it. All right.
Cheers,
Oh, but
darling.
look, I got a straw this time, boo-boo, so it won't fall. Oh, that's heavenly.
Is it?
This is perfect because the conversation continues, but we're actually gonna have pop singer turned gospel singer joining us. She's debuting a new song too. All in,
how
baby.
exciting.
Stick around. Oh heavens, that's good. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about faith and love. So joining me on this conversation now, Ahmed had to go, but we still have Dr. Akeem with us. And now we've got Shamone LaMarra joining us. So excited to have you here.
Hey guys.
Before we talk about your journey into becoming a gospel singer, really need to know, what is dating life for you like, especially being so faith-driven?
Oh God, it's still the same.
It didn't change a thing.
No, it has not changed any at all. I'm currently single. I am looking. I am ready for marriage. I am ready for children. But I used to be so stressed out because I thought I was going to be married and have kids by the age of 30. A lot of my high school friends and college friends are all married. But when God is ready for it to happen, it would happen. And I feel like it's some things that he's working on in my life right now. And once I am doing everything that he wants me to do, then he would align me to meet my husband. So I am being patient and I'm dating God. And if the right husband comes,
Dating God.
Where do y'all be going though?
Yeah, where does
Where you and God be going?
we go everywhere. You know, he is so good to me. We travel the world.
I love it.
Single with no kids. No boundaries. So yeah, he takes me everywhere. We do all the things.
He's been treating you well.
Yes.
Have you been dating?
I have been.
Yeah.
I think dating is fun. I do believe that dating does not always have to lead to marriage, though. I think you can just date to date. I think sometimes for men, the fear is the first date because women feel like they're behind this biological clock or pressure. We're just trying to get to date number 2. We're trying to enjoy, you know, dinner, and you all are already at the diamond store picking out whether you want princess cut or 3 carats, and we like, wait a minute, I don't even know your middle name yet. Like, so.
I mean, I think it's like, but I feel like when you're dating, especially in that first one, especially when you're at a certain age and you're ready to get married, like you want to cut the bullshit and just be like, hey, this is what I'm looking for long term. We don't have to get to it after this date.
Right.
But like, these are my interests, these are my goals. Do you align with that? If not, we don't need to waste our time on date number 2.
No, I agree.
But
I think there is space because, let's just say for most, if we buy into the theory that women mature before men, right?
Yeah,
like you all were raised walking Ken and Barbie down the aisle and cooking, whereas men, we are playing with G.I. Joes and fixing stuff. We don't even comprehend marriage until later on, if that, right? So I tell people I'm single by choice.
does being single get in the way of your ministry at all?
No, actually, it's the exact opposite, which is always interesting because most people in church always talk about marriage, right? But we forget in that same scripture that where it says, he that findeth the wife findeth the good thing, Paul argues, I would that you would be single. Because when you're single, you can give your devotion time to working for whatever God has for you to do.
Absolutely.
But then God made Adam a wife too, so.
That was Adam. And now this, so that.
Oh, okay, here we go.
All
Let's
right,
go back. Come on, baby.
No, I think, watch what God says, it's not good for man to be alone. I don't know that if we look at it the way it was written has anything to do with meaning you have to be married. I think it deals with companionship, right? Like none of us, whether it's friendship, professional relationships, none of us are meant to do life alone.
Right.
I don't know that equals, of course,
marriage.
We know they got married and they had to be fruitful and multiply, but I don't know that it has anything to do with saying that everybody is meant to be married.
There's some people that don't want to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just enjoy being single and dating, and that's fine too. But
Shimone,
that's
you
not what I
want
want
to get married?
Yeah, she wants.
But right now you're on a beautiful path.
yes.
Yeah.
So you started off as a pop singer, now you've
Yes.
turned gospel. What
Yes.
was this journey like for you?
So I started doing R&B and pop in 2012 is when my career began. But I've been singing since I was 6 in church.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I have been through so many like bad management contracts and people's taking money from me, taking songs, and it's just been in situations to where you got to sleep your way to the top, you know? And that's not something that I was willing to
You're
do.
not willing to do that.
And so I felt like I was not elevating because I was not doing certain things.
Right.
Every time I sing gospel, I do covers and stuff all the time, and the testimonies that I get, it's just amazing. You know, I had a pastor that I haven't preached in years, and he heard me do the cover Give Me You with Shanna Wilson, and he said that he was so inspired that he went back to start preaching, and he wrote a sermon over the song Give Me You.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had a young lady, she was actually dating my cousin. I had never met her. She had went through having a miscarriage. And she told me she was listening to my song every day, and it helped her get through the process of losing her child.
Grief, yeah.
I just know every time I sing gospel too, it just always puts me in a different place. And like the love songs I did were all songs that I went through, and other people can relate to it, but it's nothing like singing and worshiping God.
So when did you decide, hey, I'm going to go all in, pun intended?
Last year, I was in the studio with my team. I was telling them all the things that I was going through, and I'm like, I know that this is my calling, and I'm ready to accept it. I just was so afraid of the change, of changing my lifestyle, changing certain people's circle, you know, changing my circle. But once I accepted God and my calling, all of that just aligned. And so I asked God to continue to help me and lead me and guide me to walk in my purpose. And if anybody that's not for me, remove them from my life. And so he did that. And I told them about everything I was going through, and that's when we came up with the lyrics for All In. So all in is for me because I'm going all in for God.
And it's all in for you too, because coming up after this, she's going to give us a quick treat of All In.
Yes.
We hope you've enjoyed the conversation on faith and love, but before you go, we have the exclusive worldwide debut of All In by Shamone LaMarra. Take it away, girl. Cheers.
Thank you.
All in for you. Try to be better, but it ain't no trying. I keep loving you, now I do everything to remind him. You bring out my best, doors open. You always walk me through. They talking, but I lift my voice to you. Grow with me, go with me. I done seen a lot of things, had to cut them off, but I swear that with you there is no end. Grow with me, doing this for me though it's so tempting. I can put my heart out and still be full, cause I know with you there is no end. I can't take the credit cause it's all you. You're the only answer when I call you. I'm so blessed I told you yes, no regrets, cause I gave my heart to you. You're the only one who really knows me. Glad you took the time to show me that can't no one love me like you do. I'm all in for you, for you, for all in for you. I'm all in for you, for you, for all in for you, for you. Who would have expected this? Only my God. often neglected this, I often rejected this. Now it's eternal bliss I'm after. Cause only your love matters. Grow with me, go with me. They say, Moon, why you acting strange? Had to get free, so I broke them chains. Grow with me, go with me. I'ma live for you because you died for me. So I'm gonna dedicate my life today. I can't take the credit cause it's all you. You're the only answer when I call you. I'm so blessed I told you yes, no regrets. Cause I gave my heart to you. You're the only one who really knows me. Glad you took the time to show